We are in Louisville, Kentucky at Against the Grain Brewery. We're doing our bigger boat recipe. This is actually a riff on SS 2012, which was our anniversary beer 3 years ago. And we're taking it, and the boys from Against the Grain are smoking some grain and smoking some pineapples.
The beer that we're making is called the SS Kentucky. It's best way to classify it would be a roasted pineapple smoked IPA. The thought came, well, we like pineapple flavors, why not just try pineapples? So we've got this really awesome base IPA recipe that comes from Augie, and then our acumen with smoking grains, and so we'll kind of marry the two and get this really delightful IPA that has a nice Kentucky touch on it.
On further thought, I thought, what smoke flavoring is basically ash falling on something and then getting transferred to the mash. So really went with the idea of smoking grain first to kind of mild smoke flavors put on that malt, just to put a little bit of that smoke flavor in there. The pineapple, on the other hand, was just caramelized and then chopped up, put into the late boil, just to kind of extract that sugar and whatever flavor we're talking about in that caramelized pineapple. I think that's one of them. On this one, this is the only unknown part of this, but it sounds good. So what's the worst gonna happen?
We brewed 15 barrels worth of it here. We're gonna brew about 45 barrels worth of it at Carton. We both will release it the weekend of Extreme Beer Fest in Boston.
So I think that every time people come in to brew with us, it's always going to be an experience of kind of learning from each other and figuring out what people's ideas of what the beer is going to be like. My favorite thing about this whole process is just how excited everybody gets about the prospect of what the beer is actually going to taste like once it's done.
Okay, so today was the second half of the Against the Grain collaboration SS Kentucky. We did it here in our house. When we went out there, we brought our yeast and some hops. They brought us some malts. We roasted a bunch of pineapples yesterday on the fire pit. Today we brewed up the beer, put the pineapples and the smoked malts in with the hops and the yeast. Yeast is having its way with it, and we'll get something out of the tanks in a couple weeks.